Hello everyone. It is pretty late right now, and I am going to be continuing on with our project that we have been doing for the past week, that we started last week actually. Um, so yeah, today I kind of want to finish up the offline functionality of. I do need to finish it like tonight because this stuff is due December 31st. So I'm going to have to finish this now, get started on the online functionalities tomorrow, possibly tomorrow, finish that up by next week, and then I'll have to organize all that stuff and make sure that it all is able to work and it looks nice by the new year. So for now, what we will be doing is we're just going to be continuing where we left off, which was with this parse data function, which is where we parsed through each of these. We actually tested this, and yeah, so we actually just configured that to a list, and now we'll be creating the function that allows us to actually add credentials to the list. So in dashboard.js, we will go ahead and create a button, and let me just go to styles. In button, I'm just going to go ahead and say style is equal to styles.nav button, and I'll just create that class right now. You guys might hear a difference in my typing because I got a mechanical keyboard. It is quite pristine, if I do say so. It's an IKBC model, Cherry MX Brown. It is very, very nice. Yeah, so I had the K1, the Logitech K120 membrane keyboard. It was worth every cent of that $15 that I paid, but this is worth every cent of that $90 I paid for this mechanical keyboard. Is very nice to type on, but I'm still getting used to it, so might be some typos here and there, but when they're not. Okay, so on the button we'll just say on press, and we'll say we want to navigate to our create credentials view, which we will be adding in a second. So this props.navigate to create credentials. So whenever we add, or whenever we put a link here, we need to add two things actually to our, why did it do that? We need to add two things to the program. How do I disable this? Is there a way to disable this? Terminal, is that it? Alright, hopefully that works. Alright, so we added the string here, so this is the route, and now we need to actually add the view itself, and then we need to add the view to the navigation dictionary in the main class. So in credentials.js, we will go ahead and create another class. So export class create credentials view extends component, and just the render function for now will return a view with text saying create credentials. That's good for now. And then in the app.js file, we actually have to import it. So after credentials view, just say comma and then create credentials view. And then at the bottom of app.js, just go ahead and add that to the app navigator. So we named it create credentials, so it'll just be create credentials, and it'll point to a screen which is create credentials view. And that is all for now. Okay. And then on the button, we just want to title it is equal to we'll just say create credentials. God damn it! How do I disable prettier? Yeah, turn auto scrolling off. Clear output. How do I just disable? how do I don't want prettier. All right, hide prettier. All right, hopefully that works. Okay. So I can actually, let me just make sure. All right, everything is going good. Nice. Okay, so I actually tried doing this like 20 minutes ago, and you know what happened? I forgot that I had muted my mic, so I had to restart completely. I know, it's devastating. Okay. So, where were we? We were on create credentials. Okay, so when we press this button, we want to go into this view here, and we'll just add the header style. So style is equal to styles.header, and we already defined that over here. And then the way I was thinking about storing each thing was, I think I had it different than this before, where it was just password and email. But now that I think about it, I'm want to have it so that it looks a bit like a contact, like in your phone when you have contacts. So I want to be able to like add different sections. So the general section, which will be default, will be there by default, and it'll have password, username, and email. And then I want to add the ability to add different sections, like if there are security questions, you can add that as a section, or anything else. But everything in these sections, this will all be encrypted. The only thing that is not encrypted is the name and the hyperlink, because that is pointless for now. Okay, so how do I want to go about this? So I guess I can go and this is so I guess I can just do a view for now for each section. So and I guess for now we'll just be creating the general, and then we'll be able to actually apply it to adding more sections, but we just want to get the general stuff down now. So then text, and we'll just say general info, and then we won't want to have different. So did I had that in. So here I had text input. All right. Placeholders. All right. So I'll just go ahead and do text general info, and then is there a table that I can use? Or is there a here? So React Native table. Oh, I guess I have to install it. Nice. Why is it not like automatically in here? Okay, so I guess we'll just go into the console then. And in terminal, we'll go into cd mobile / password vault, and we'll just go npm. I'm just going to copy what they say here. So npm install react-native / table component. Let's let that install, and while it's doing that, I guess I can look at a little bit of this. So I guess I kind of want to have it so it looks something like that, or it can be like a minus or a plus. So yeah, example 4, where is that? That's okay. So example 4, and what the hell? What in the world? What? All right, element. Oh, I am confused here. Alright, this is going to be weird. So we've installed React Native table component. Let me look at how to do this. I guess I do. I guess I don't need a table. Render. Yeah, I guess I don't need a row or a thing. I am just. Let me look at this. So once again, I have come unprepared, and I am facing the consequences, which is, oh Jesus! I think I can just do that. All right, I'm gonna uninstall that little package, npm uninstall, or is it npm remove? Yeah. Alright, so we'll just remove that, and we'll do, because so I said that we were just going to do the general stuff first. Oh, what did I do? That we were just going to do the general stuff first. So I guess the way we can do this is have something. Should we just do this? I might just want to do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm too lazy to set up a stupid table. Okay. Alright. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say in my terminal, just gonna clear, and then npm install, what is it, React Native easy grid, and then -- save. And this is gonna allow us to do this. So now I want to import those three things. So import from React Native easy grid, and I want to get a row, call, and a grid. So row, call, and grid. Okay. So how do I create credentials? So I guess I have to have a list that uses each little thing here. So I guess I could say, so in a constructor, props, so super props, and then this dot state is equal to, and then data will be, the data will be exactly this. Perfect. Okay, so data is equal to an empty thing for now. Okay, yeah, alright, I got it now. So above the view, we'll have an area to create name and a hyperlink. So it'll be text, and it'll name, and then we'll have, what is it? Text input. I'm just gonna copy this because I'm too lazy. Just comment it out, and I'll just retype everything in. So we also have to import a text input from React Native. So the name will be, we'll just say text input, style is equal to styles.text input, like so. Placeholder is equal to credentials name. On change text, we say text, and then that is passing as a lambda parameter to this set state, and we'll have what we can do if I want it. So the way I'm thinking about this is, since we're going to have multiple text inputs, we will have to kind of maintain all the states so that it doesn't just reset it every time you change a different input. So I'll say let old data equal this dot state dot data, and then, or I'll just say let data, like that, and then data dot name is equal to text, and then this dot set state, and it'll be data is data, just like that. Perfect. All right, and then value is equal to this dot state dot data dot name, and no secure text entry since that it's not a password. All right, like that. Perfect. So I'm actually just going to run this on the emulator right now. I actually need to open that up now. All right. No, not S. So funny thing, I actually no, I played the Frank Sinatra's music last time, and I got copyrights. Well, not a copyright strike, just a content ID. So if you guys get commercial, that is why. But I'm working just to mute out those sections. Just so you guys don't have to sit through ads, because I'm such a big YouTuber. But yeah, so and it's just at the end anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. Another funny thing that happened though was I got a copyright or another content ID for some song that played in a video. I forget what video it was, but I played a video on YouTube, and I guess there was a song in the background of it, and I have to mute that as well. So I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, Expo start Android. All right. No errors. No errors. That is. I'm actually gonna get rid of that. That is good. No errors. Let's go. What was my pass? Oh, I saved the password, and I did get an error. Oh, you know what? The one thing I did forget to mention at the beginning of this was this break is technically not JavaScript, so I can't really use that. So just in dashboard.js, when we were parsing the data, you can't use break. So I don't know how else they'll do it, but don't ask me. Expose start Android. Let me actually just. Is it loading? Oh my god. Is it doing it? It is. Nice. Alright, log in. God damn it. Dashboard. Did I import styles? I did not import styles. Alright, so in dashboard, we have to go import styles from in quotes dot slash styles. God damn it. Okay. Now we should be good. Undefined props dot what? What? Can I update render method should be what? The hell? Dashboard 73. What? Alright. Cannot update during an existing state transition. Render method should be a pure function of props and state. What am I? Did I? You know, let me just delete this or comment this out for now. I hope that's fine. Text strings must be rendered. Dashboard 67. What? Okay, this is bugging. How do I? Alright, I need to figure out how to comment. Alright. Yeah, this is. Don't worry, guys. React Native JSX comment. Oh, okay. Alright, so let me just comment this out. Like, oh, it's a slash. Okay, now it should work. I never pressed. Oh no, it's happening again. It is happening again. Oh no, it's happening again. The little freaking button thing. Failed prop. Oh no. This is what happened last time where it was calling this function just unnecessarily. I need to figure out why it's doing that. Hold on. React Native button. Alright. On press. Is it because I need to do this? Oh, why did that make a difference? Or I don't really care. Whatever. I really don't care. As long as it works. Okay. So credentials name. Alright, so now I want to be able to, oh, shit. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and create, so I'm back in credentials.js, and I want to create a, a function within CredentialsView that will allow us to that will just provide a template for the text input, so I don't have to keep copying and pasting this code. Okay, so it'll be create our input item, and we'll just pass in a section and a name. Okay. Oh, I got it. All right, so return text input. No, not that. We'll say style is equal to styles.text input. And placeholder is equal to it'll be just name, on change text is equal to, and we will we're not going to do this whole thing because that's just going to be messing with the state too much. Or should we? Yeah, why not? Okay, so like that, and I'm just going to copy and paste this into here. So this .state.data, and it's going to be data at section and name. All right, so that should work. All right, no errors. And then value is equal to this .state.data at section and at name. So what we're doing is we are essentially getting the section name. So in this case it would be general and then password. So the section would be general and the name would be password. So it would just be updating that state individually. So now we can go ahead and say in general info, we'll actually just put the name. Shit. Or actually what we could do is just do account, or general here, and account over here, and account will have all this stuff here. And general will have all this stuff over here. Like that. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. So in general info, we want to have placeholder is not just name, but name plus a colon. But we have to integrate the table. Let's just get it on the screen for now. I just want to get it all on the screen for now. Alright, so general info is going to be, we'll do a input, in brackets, input item, and it'll be general, and it'll be name. And then this .input item, I can't type, general, and then hyperlink. Okay. Alright, let's see how this looks. Login, create credentials. God damn it. Let me just, so I think I have to initialize. So this .state.data at section at name is equal to nothing. initially. That's why. That's the problem, because it wasn't initialized. So login, create credentials. What? In undefined is not. Are we running into this problem again? This dot if not this dot state dot data at section. I'm just testing something out here. Oh, okay. All right. So all this was doing was all the errors were because some of the stuff was null. So the initial thing was we didn't actually initialize any of the dictionary, so it was just an empty data dictionary. And then the second one was that there was no section dictionary, so it was like you had to initialize it at both levels first. So with this statement here, I see if the dictionary exists for that section, and if it doesn't, we just initialize it like so. So yeah, so there's the name and the hyperlink. We don't need the thing here, but we can just do a view. All right, so we'll just go ahead and integrate the thing, whatever it's called, the column into here in a little bit. We'll just say text, and we'll do name like so. Okay. Hopefully, Alright, name hyperlink, nice. Alright, once again, we'll be taking care of the styling later on, don't worry. Alright. Oh my god, have we done anything so far? I don't think so. Whew. Okay. Let's keep going. It is getting hot in this room right now. So my computer's blowing cold air. So it can't be my computer. I need to tell my parents to turn the heat off. It is way too hot. It is already 12 o'clock. Great. Alright, whatever. But it was like 45 out earlier today, and I don't think that's like enough to have the heat on to 70. Like, the 45 isn't that cold. But my parents get cold easily, or especially my little brother. He gets cold easily. All right. Anyway, let's just keep going here. So we have name, hyperlink, and then at the bottom, we will just want to have a button that will say, is it a button? What is it? Dashboard button. All right, so we also have to import that. So view text input, and then button from React Native. We'll say button on press is equal to, and we have to do the little, so we'll do a function here. So it's I can't talk, submit. So we're going to create a function that there, and then in account, what do we do? This dot, all right. So we need to do that little bind thing. So this dot submit dot bind this. I don't know why I had to do it, but dashboard. I can't see right now. Hold on. Title is equal to login. That's all. Okay. Title is is equal to add credentials. And what we'll probably end up doing is we'll probably end up just integrating this or renaming this view into edit credentials view, just so we don't have to retype the same thing over and over again. But for now, we're just going to do create. We can worry about fine tuning it later on. So add credentials. And then I just want to go ahead and print out this.state.data, just so I know everything's working properly. All right, create credentials. I'll say Amazon. Did it do it? Okay, there's something wrong. There is something wrong. Alright, I knew it was something wrong with this. We'll say this dot state dot section plus dot plus name. So in this case, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to try and rename how we store the data. Oh no. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let me just see what we do here. I'll say this dot set state. I'll pass in data is equal to I'll say let data. Am I just doing the same thing that I did before? I don't know why this doesn't work. So I say this dot data at section at name. Here, let me just try and print console.log data at section at name. Hopefully this works. Okay, so it seems like it's resetting it every time. It's not getting the whole thing. What did we, so in account we did text, this dot state, text is text. Is there a way that we can go ahead and say export class credential input extends component? Because I want to see if we can access the state from this class here. For constructor props is that super props. And we have this dot state is equal to text is just nothing for now, or I'll say value. And all we will return is just in render. Let me see if this works. Alright, so I want to do that. And then now You know what I could do is not input item. I could do something like this, where we have a dictionary of classes of type credential input. So let inputs equal to an empty dictionary for now, and we will actually just say we'll have each section. So general is that, and that points to a dictionary, and in general we have name that points to a credential input, where section is equal to general and name is equal to name. Okay, yes, this I hope this works, right? And then hyperlink credential section is equal to general, name is equal to hyperlink. Okay, let me, I don't want to have this reload every time, but whatever. Placeholder. And then we'll just say this dot set state value becomes text. So I'm essentially just gonna assign value to whatever is in here. And placeholder is this dot props dot name. This dot props dot name. And now in the what do I want to do? In the render, I want to go ahead and say how do I don't know how I want to do this, because I want to be able to iterate through each thing in here. So all right, let me just, once again, I'm not a JavaScript expert, so JavaScript iterate through dictionary. I guess I could just do this. So for name in inputs general. So I'll make this as this dot inputs in this dot inputs general. So I have to make sure that it is defined. So if this dot inputs general dot has own defined at name, we want to just output the, god damn it, sorry, I don't know how to do this. All right, hold on. JSX iterate the dictionary. Oh, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. All right, so the way we're going to do this is we'll say, oh god. All Alright, so object dot keys, and we'll say the stuff is this dot inputs at general dot map key and index to and we just want to say is there a way where we can just print out this dot inputs at general at key? Can we just do that? I hope we can. Let me see if this works. Probably won't work, but never know. Alright, general inf. Alright, so this obviously isn't doing it. Oh, it can't be curly braces, it has to be just parentheses. Alright, like, uh-oh. And we can't have that in there. Alright, log in. Oh, let's go. We should have a unique key. Check the render method. CredentialsJS 49. Each should have a unique key. They do. Should have a unique key prop. I don't know what the hell that means. Alright, so now what we can say in, alright, so at least it's rendered. That's all that really matters. So we're still in CredentialsJS. Now we're going to go into the submit method, and we'll just go ahead and do pretty much the, well, we're actually just going to iterate through each thing. So for var section in this dot inputs, we need to make sure that inputs actually has it. So if this dot inputs dot has, what was it? It is, I'm actually just gonna do this. Screw that. So object.keys from this dot inputs, and it's gonna go ahead and pass in a section. So we'll just go ahead. So now we're in, so we're iterating through each section. So this is one section, and another section will be the account stuff. So if we're in the general one, we want to iterate through the dictionary that the general points to. So object.keys, this dot inputs for each, and this time it'll be name. That'll be passed into a lambda expression, where we will just go ahead and say, or we just want to print it out. So console.log this dot inputs at section at name, and we can say what did we stored it in dot state dot value. Okay, dot state dot value. All right. Hopefully no errors. We are going to get errors, but that's fine, I guess. I think, all right. Okay, it's typing it in. Good. All right, so dismiss all. Uh-oh. Undefined is not an object. Okay, so I guess we cannot access the state. Or we can just create a function dot get value, and it'll return this dot state dot value. Or we'll just say if this dot state dot value return this dot state dot value. Or you know what? I don't know why I'm overcomplicating it. This dot state dot value. And then we'll just go ahead and print out dot get value. Like that. Login, create credentials. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay, it's still undefined. Meaning credentials at 62. Alright, this is no. I'm running out of water to keep myself hydrated. Why is that? It should not be null. I don't know why this is null. Hold on, I need to turn the fan on here. I know it's December and I'm turning the freaking fan on. Jesus Christ. I am absolutely dehydrated and stuffed in here. Alright. Let's see what this evaluating dot get value. So I assume that it's just not finding this, but it should be. I mean, because it's able to render it. Like it was able to render it here. So maybe let me just go ahead and console.log that and see if that works. There. Undefined, but I'm only getting one of them. But also that means that it's not. Oh, it's because it's this dot inputs at so we need to iterate through the second level dictionary. I'm also really. Oof, Jesus Christ. It's the smallest things that bite you. Login, create credentials. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh god. Get value is not a function. At least that's fine. Is it not though? Oh, because it's technically not a class. I may be thinking about this incorrectly. Let me try this. I'm just going to instantiate it as any other class where props is equal to its section is general and name is name, and I'll just get rid of the hyperlink for now, and then we'll just do here this dot inputs dot render, because that will then in turn call this function And this function will still be defined because this is technically a class, not just a JSX element. I hope that logic is right, and it probably will not be. Of course not. Undefined is not. This is getting ridiculous. Once again, I do not know how to do React Native. So let me just see. React Native call component function. Here we go. Calling functions from other components. Oh God. Uh-oh. Or maybe I don't know what to do with this, because I'm trying to call this like it's like it's a class, but I don't think it technically is. All right, hold on. JSX element call function. Yeah. Let's see. From outside class. I am I see what they're doing. Okay. So instead of credential input here, we just do react.createRef like that. And then in here, when we're rendering it, we just go ahead and say credential input section is equal to general, and name is equal to key, I believe. Yeah. And the ref is just the value of what is just this value right here. So react.createRef. So then ref is equal to, and they want it in curly braces. So that means I also have to put this in curly braces as well. Okay, so once I get this figured out, I'll try and explain it again. So ref is equal to this dot inputs at general at key. And then at the end, we just want to close off the component. Okay. Hopefully this works. Log in, create credentials. Alright, so it's rendering, that's good. Check. Add credentials. Great. So that wasn't working. This dot text input that dot current dot focus. I mean, I'm pretty much doing what they say. I have no clue what's going on. This might turn into another day one thing. You know, I really said that I needed to finish the offline stuff, and that might not happen today. Okay. Each child in a list should have a unique key. So credentials, maybe that has to do with it? 74. Let me just go ahead and console.log key and index, just so I can see what's going on. Name 0. Okay, that's fine. That's exactly what I want. Unique key prop. What? Why does I don't even know what that. Oh god, I am falling asleep. Jesus. All right, I might. Oh. Let me just look what this means. I'm too lazy. New design, blah 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 blah. I guess I can. Oh, okay, fine. I guess I can just do key is equal to index. Hopefully that fixes it. It fixed it. It fixed that problem. But this is still a problem. Okay. I don't. Alright, so we solved this little box error here about the keys. Now I need to figure out how I can access this function right here. Alright, so in this, here it says this dot text input is equal to react.createRef, so that's what we do right here in just a dictionary. This dot text input dot current, oh, it's dot current, alright. Hopefully that works. It worked! Oh, let's go. Okay. So now, in this, alright, so we can say, this dot state dot data at section is equal to an empty dictionary. So I need to initialize the dictionary first, and then this dot state dot data at section and name is equal to that, and that should give us everything we want. So oh, okay, all right, let's look at this quickly. All right, So we have data, and so data is essentially going to look like, it's not going to look like this, it's going to look like, oh, I think I know what to do now. I can do, oh wait, no, I have, oh no. The things I have, we essentially, oh, this is becoming a problem. We essentially sorted the data based on the name. So maybe if I say info.general, maybe that'll do it. Global, alright, so global.data, and we're essentially just gonna have a list. So I'm just revising the structure of our data right now. So we have a list. This will be a unique ID. Or actually, that doesn't really matter. We can just do that. And then in general, so if global.data, so global.data.array, so the data is parsed in, oh, we actually don't need that. So the data is parsed in like so. So we read it, json.parse, so it reads it as a list. And then in here, we get each thing. So this, so info is this whole thing. So we want to get info.general.name. Okay, that works. And info.general.name there, and info.general.name there. Okay. Alright, and then back in credentials, so I just kind of updated a little bit of that. And now back in credentials, we have this.state.data essentially looks like this. Well, but it's not encrypted yet. So what I can do is I'll just do a toto encrypt non-general. Oh, I can't type info. Okay. And now we should be able to just go ahead and write it to the file. Okay. So so we need to import file system. Unless we did, no, we did not. Import file system. I can't type from expo-file-system. Okay, and now so encrypt so we can do that later. But what we want to do here is just write the JSON data to the file. If that, or no, we don't want to write it to the file. We want to add it to the global, because global.data. All right. So what is it? What do we have? Global.data is equal to nothing. Okay, so the data is going to be holding all this stuff, right? So essentially I want to do global data push, is it? Global.data array. Okay, so push. I want to say this state.data, and then I'm just going to console.log global.data, just to make sure everything worked. Okay, so now we should be getting something that works. I create credentials. Good. Oh, it worked. And then now if I wanted to do it again, like that. Oh yes. Okay, good. Okay. So it's doing all that right. Nice. Alright, that is good. Alright. Section. I'm just gonna separate it into variables so we can it's a little more readable. And then we can actually just go ahead and encrypt it here. So if section does not equal general, we want to go ahead and encrypt data. Or actually, if it is equal to data, or if it is equal to general, we just want to add it to the, or set that, and otherwise we want to encrypt data. So I'm going to use an AE, so I'll just actually just close the app for now because we're going to be doing a little bit of AES encryption right now. I'm not sure that I can do, because this is an example that I found online from MDN, but I'm not sure it entirely works, which is the problem. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna test out this project. So npm install. All right. So in our project, I'm gonna go ahead and say npm install -- save. It's gonna be react -native -aes -crypto. We'll let that install, and I'll look at this. All right. So the encrypt function looks what the hell is this? Okay, I guess I have to import native modules and platform from React Native as well. Okay. Alright. So var AES is equal to native modules dot yeah, I don't, what is this? Is that really how it works? Oh, this may be one of the most boring streams ever. I'm sorry, but I don't know what I'm doing right now. I hope, I don't know if I mean, maybe let me just go to the GitHub and see. I mean, I guess I can just. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and take this and make a new file in my in the project folder. So in my password vault, I'm just gonna make a new, not there, I'm just gonna make a new file or a new folder first called utils, and then I'll name a file aes.js. Just gonna go ahead and paste that. I actually need to copy that too. So what it looks like right now is import native modules and platform from React Native. Var AES is equal to native modules.aes, and then this is a function called encrypt. So const encrypt is equal to text and key passed in as lambda parameters to a function that returns aes.random key of length 32 dot then, should I do 16? Yeah, 16. I have to do 16 because that's what I set the password to. I think that's how it works, but let's hope. So the random key generates an IV. I'm not going to try and explain the AES encryption right now. Maybe in another video, but not right now. So .then IV is passed in as another lambda parameter to a function that returns AES.encrypt text key and IV .then, and it just returns the cipher and the IV as the stuff. Nice. So I'm just gonna export this so I can use it. Alright, so in credentials, we don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and say import from utils/aes. Okay, and I want to import encrypt and decrypt. Okay. So this thing returns a ciphertext. Oh god. Do I need to store the... I don't know what the point of the IV is. I really don't. What is HMAC 256? Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't really know what that is, but I mean, I guess I could just put the IV in with the thing, but I don't know what I don't know what the hell the IV does. Okay. Well, regardless, or you know what, actually, I can just store the IV like this. Like that. Okay, yeah, I think that'll work for now. Well, it'll have to work for now. So it returns a cipher and an IV. So here, so encrypt. So generate key. So we have a key that's length 16. We're going to be using the... So this is the part where the password comes into handy, because the password will be used to encrypt and decrypt the stuff. So that global.pw that we set in the beginning, oh god, that will be used as the AES key for encryption and decryption. So encrypt okay, so encrypt value, and the key is global.pw. I hope, let me just make sure that's right. Global.pw, and it's going to be .then. I don't alright, we'll do .then down here, and we'll pass in as a lambda parameter a dictionary that contains the cipher and the IV. Oh wait, the IV is generated. Oh no. I guess what'll have to happen is it goes like name underscore IV, and then the IV is here. I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Whatever. Okay. So we will say this, or we should stop using the state. So I'm just going to create a variable called data for now, and that'll just be the dictionary that we use to store all the data instead of using this .state, because that's tedious to, or inefficient to have to write out every time or type out every time. Data at section at name is equal to cipher, data at section, and then this is the part where the IV comes in, so I'm just going to use some string interpolation, and it's going to be name underscore IV, like that, is equal to IV, and that should work. Or I'll just say, and then dot catch, like they do here. Alert error. Nice. Okay. Otherwise, I do just want to print out this cipher, just to make sure it works. Alright. We are now going to test to see that it, just test whether or not this works. Okay. Alright, so log in, create credentials. Oh wait, this isn't going to be encrypted, so it's not going to give us anything. Okay, so we just need to add a second thing. So then we just want account, and it'll be password react.createRef, and that'll be it for now. Login, create credentials. Oh, yeah, and then I'm just gonna go, I'm too lazy, I'm just gonna copy this. Account. Alright, log in, create credentials. So we can say the password, stats, add credentials. Great. Null is not an object. Alright, credentials at 71. So this dot inputs at section at name. Why is that not a thing? Oh. It was just working a minute ago. Hold on, let me... Hold on, this is... Alright. Multiple react.create ref. This should be fine though. I don't know why it's telling us that there's null is not an object over here. So this dot inputs. Let me just go ahead and console.log section. Alright, hopefully this works. Otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Alright, general account. That's good. Alright, so it got the sections right. Now let me just see name. Like that. Oh. Name, password, good. Alright, so that's all. So I guess just current is not a thing. But it was just working. Maybe let me try this. And. I have no clue what this means, don't ask me. Alright, log in, create credentials. About the 50th time I've done this. Oh, okay, good. Alright. That means we got through it. Alright. AES.random key null is not an, oh. Yeah, alright. I also didn't copy the... I didn't copy enough, guys. Is it... Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what the heck, is it just import from, what did we import, what was it? React-native, alright. Maybe AES isn't here? What is in here? Oh god damn it. I'm losing my mind by the second. It's almost 1 AM. Undefined is evaluating random key. Oh god. Okay, so I don't know what the hell native modules is. This is... I'm done after this, by the way. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is another one of those streams that you just don't want to watch because it's just... I can't do it. Let me just search this. Alright, I think that's just going to give me the same thing. It is. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is up with this? I don't know what that is, but... Whew, Jesus. It's almost 1 o'clock, guys. Oh my god. Alright, my problem is what does this mean? Native modules dot what? What does native modules have? React native modules. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I want to. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to do all that. Yeah, no thanks. React native AES. Aha, okay. So now we don't have to do all this stuff. I hope. But where there still is an IV. Okay, I'm just gonna clear that. And then npm remove react-native-aes-crypto. Let me just figure out how to do this. Alright. It is, the new package is react-native-aes. And okay, so var AES is equal to -native-AES, and then var buffer is equal to require buffer. Okay. So is the buffer the IV? It might be. Wait, is there an IV? Encrypted. Oh, so okay. So it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. Okay. I'm. Okay. Export, encrypt. No, I'm making a function. I'm making a function. Stop autocorrecting me. And we're just gonna pass in a string key. Okay, so it's gonna be oh great, it calls a function at the end, so it doesn't actually return anything, it just calls a function. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, we'll have to do with that for now. Alright, cipher name is AES-256-CBC. Buffer input is equal to new buffer string, and then it's going to be base 64. I actually just was typing these down, so encrypt with cipher. Oh, my brain. Ugh. After. And then the key. You know what? It has to be 32 bits. Or 32 bytes, so I'm gonna do some jank stuff right here. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna put the key twice. Look at that. Look at that. And then after with alright, and after is just that. Alright, great. I'm losing brain cells right now. I just want to be able to get this done. You know, let me actually just, I don't need to create an AES.js. I'm just gonna put all this shit in credentials. Just because. Okay, so where do we actually, alright, so we encrypt the stuff here. So it's gonna be value, it's going to be global.pw times 2, and the function I'm going to have after is just going to be and now I can put encrypted.iv, so let's say data at section at name, is equal to encrypted dot ciphertext. That it's no camel case, so that's good. And then the IV will just be so data at section, and then some more string interpolation. Name underscore IV is equal to encrypted.iv. Alright, nice. And hopefully that works. I need to. I feel like that's all I'm gonna do for now. Like I'm honestly so dead. You know, I'm just gonna console.log it just to make sure everything works. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure if this was. This was even more disappointing. Oh. Great. It's also 1:07 in the morning, so that also has to contribute to it, so don't ask me. Name, password. Nice. Nice. Fuck. I say buffer, or as required buffer. Object is not a constructor. Maybe let me just not do new. Oh, buffer is not a function. Great. I mean, I could just say let buff equal new buffer value and in base 64. I hope, maybe. I don't know why this would work and the other thing isn't working, but you know, I'm starting to not like JavaScript so much. It's not really my jazz. Object is not a constructor. What does it? Or npm buffer. Is it buffer.from? Creates a new buffer containing UTF-8 bytes. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's right, because it's not an actual thing. That's deprecated. I remember running into it because last time I created a project over the summer. I remember running into this problem about the buffer, because the new buffer, that constructor is deprecated. You can't really use it anymore. What? Buffer.from is Node.js require buffer. Didn't I, like, I thought, maybe I don't need this? Can't find a variable buffer, great. Great. Okay. This is going super well. Require buffer.buffer. Okay, maybe that's it. Alright, let's try this. Var buffer is equal to require buffer.buffer. Oh, maybe that's it. You know, that site was fake news. Array-like object, not all null or undefined. Oh, it's null. Alright, console.log value. We're going back to this again. Jesus Christ. Null. Why is it null? Why would it be null? Didn't we get... wasn't it working? Like, weren't we able to get it to print stuff? Like the stuff that we entered? Yeah, it prints it. Right here, it prints it. Console.log value. This is I'm hold on. If this doesn't work, I'm done. I mean, I'm done after this regardless. I just cannot do this. 73, 70, what? Why? I input stuff for everything. Don't know why now. You know what? Get rid of the AES shit. Oh, I'm done. Alright, I'm done. Screw this shit. I would like to apologize. This has been another awful stream. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. To this. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Hopefully I figure out what's wrong by tomorrow. But you never know. Alright. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. I'm gonna go to sleep now.